Alright guys, I'm here today at Louisiana Mudfest, man, and I've caught up with my bud, Brandon Fontenot. So Brandon is a pretty cool dude in the fact that he has cool toys and he does cool things. And he sticks to his word, and I really respect that. And I'll give you a really good example. It's what we're sitting in right here. So, if I recall correctly, it was this time last year. We were standing around a campfire, we were talking, and you're like, I'm gonna build a diesel. I'm gonna build a diesel, it's gonna be bad, and it's gonna be right. I'm gonna build a diesel. I'm like, well, okay, cool. I generally believe you. And fast forward 1 year, I guess it's been about a year, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, about a year ago, pretty much just like you said, we were standing around the campfire, and really when Blake built the black truck for, yes, Kelby, you can say,
right,
their crew, I really did like the truck, and I said, you know what, I want something me and my family can come right around in and
sure,
kind of enjoy the events. My little boy's getting up in age. So there it was. I started looking for a truck, and I found this truck in Texas. It's a 2008 Ford F-250. The body was real clean on it, no dents. I didn't want anything. I had to start doing body work.
This thing looks like it's a brand new truck.
Correct. So I mean, we found it in Houston, bought it at a car lot, one owner deal. I bought it, and I pretty much drove it off the lot and drove it straight to Sycotic Fabrication.
And didn't tell anybody.
Didn't tell anybody.
I suspected something was up because he always sticks to his word, and I knew he was busy on something, but I hadn't heard anything about it until, I don't know, man, maybe 6 weeks ago, and I got some sort of like a shh, don't tell anybody kind of message, and this thing is just like popped up on the scene. I mean, it's immaculate, dude. So you're, like you said, you took it to Blake. Sycotic always does things over the top, and you kind of put your personal touch on it. Y'all communicated, and you just kind of basically told him what? Just
so I wanted to definitely go into detail. I keep going back to the black trucks. We didn't want to copy the truck, but I wanted the amount of detail that went into that truck to kind of set it off from the rest. And so we started talking about stuff, talking about parts, colors, the whole stuff, and he kind of came up with the subframe design, and I kind of let him go with it, you know. He kind of came up with it and said, man, I think this subframe would look sick on it, and this tribal art in the frame, and so he started laying it out, and we started ordering parts, and it's been a pretty slow process just because of the detail of the work, and
yeah, when I was out there looking at it earlier, just really close inspecting, I got like an apprehension looking at it, just thinking about all the hours that went into making all the overlays, the plating, everything, the two-tone, and just all the powder coating. It just, my heart was just tense just from thinking all the work that you guys had to put in.
He put a lot of work into it, and let's see here, let me back up a little bit. Right after the first of the year, I knew he was wrapping it up around the holidays, and so I knew I still had a lot of work, and Trucks Gone Wild April's pretty much the go-to event. Everybody tries to say unveil their toys, and
so you had to reverse engineer off of that date.
so we were busting our butt. He brought it to me around February 1st, something like that, and he showed up on a Sunday, and we tore the truck apart, about 6 of us. It took us about 4 hours. We stripped it down to the bare frame, took every sway bar, link bars, tires, wheels, axles, everything. We put it on jack stands, and he spent the day. We tore it apart, and right after that I started powder coating and assembling the truck, you know. We got a lot of time into it. Just on the subframe there's right at 500 bolts just to hold the inlays on.
Crazy.
We did a lot of, I powder coated everything that was removable.
Right.
We spent a lot of time on it. We wanted the detail put into it because I just wanted it, you know, it was
wanted to live up to its name, over the top. And that's kind of where that came from, right?
Yes, correct. And I was blessed for Blake to build it for me because, you know, he kind of mentioned this was going to be his last one.
Okay.
It's just so much time goes into these trucks, and the amount of money it takes to do them. He just, you know.
Sure, I get it.
He said, you got the last one. Here it is. So, like I said, I'm very fortunate he built it for me, and really when I saw it for the first time, I was like, dang, man, this is what I was looking for.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
And
so what did you guys ultimately do as far as the drivetrain, tires, everything?
It's got axle tech. We actually bought a set of axles. This is probably the only set I've seen around here. I'm not saying it's the only set, but the only ones I've seen around here. They're an Axle Tech 5000.
Okay.
And they're a high pinion, which kind of helps with the driveline angle on the truck. They're real beefy. We had to get overtime CNC to custom machine a lot of our flanges. Took a lot of time because of the diameter of the stuff.
Right.
So pretty much all the parts on the truck come from overtime CNC drive flanges, the shocks, the cases, pretty much all our parts. You know, we didn't cut any corners or anything.
No.
It has rear steer on it, rear centering. It has another downfall we had a little bit is we waited on tires for a long time.
Yeah.
We all ordered a set of tires, which we all ordered tires from China. It took a while for them to come in,
But you got what you wanted, though. So
correct. I
matters.
wasn't gonna do it unless I got what I wanted. You know, Blake did hydraulic steps on it. You know, we even powder coated all the cylinders, the steps. You know, you name it, we did it. You know,
Nice.
I kind of gave him a you run with it, but I wanted, you know.
That's what it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean I'm picky, and I mean he lived up to it, and like I said, I'm a pretty picky person, and I like my stuff right, and I'm not going to bring it out unless it's right, you know.
Sure.
So I mean, like I said, we put a lot of work into it. We're very proud of it. So we put a lot of work into it the last few weeks, like a lot of hours.
Yeah, and so keep in mind, he's bringing this truck out for reveal at the same time that you're working on Jeepers Creepers.
Correct.
And that is a complete another conversation in itself right there. It's a whole...
We completely it started out was last year, oh, I'm just going to put a motor in it.
Yeah.
And then when you start doing everything, it turned into a real big project.
Translated downstream to where you had to upgrade everything else to hold all that power.
We had to start out building. We built new headers. We changed axles. We had to build wheels. We put new tires on it. We had to completely, basically start over again almost.
Yep.
And put a hard top on instead of a soft top, trying to keep some of the mud out. And so really, man, I'm really glad Trucks Gone Wild's here, because the last few weeks we have been hitting them till midnight, 9, 10 o'clock, 6, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Every night, and got enough. It's time to relax.
Oh, sure, dude. Seriously, and you did it. I mean, both trucks are here, and both are dialed in. They're both running really well. And it's been a great weekend so far. So I know that's kind of a sense of fulfillment that, you know, all these visions that you had in the pipe for, you know, the last 12 months have come to fruition. You got them here, and things are running really well, dude. I'm super proud of you. You brought the Jeepers Creepers out to River Rats last weekend in the pipeline. Aced that.
Yeah, and that was his first pass. I tried for 2 weeks to come down to Colfax and make some trial runs, but it just couldn't get everything together with the weather and you name it. And because I didn't even have it sheet metaled in, I didn't want to come run and fill the mud up with the motor up with mud.
Yep.
So I kept putting it off until the weather was dry, and it never did get dry. So I kind of came out blindfolded. I did some calculations on my phone, messed around with some stuff, and I come up, let's try this gear set.
Right.
And because it's a totally different gear than what I was running before, because of the amount of torque the motor puts out.
It looked like you got it. I mean, wheel speed was amazing, and
the motor
sounded
was
like
pretty close. I mean, tomorrow we're going to do another little gear change and try it. But I mean, overall, I was very happy with it. Pretty impressive, and it was real strong. And
here's the funny part. So he was going to go up there and make a second pass, but we were standing there talking, and he's like, I just kind of walked over the top, and there's not any mud on it. I think I'm just going to pull it back on the trailer and come to Mudfest. So you can't be mad about that.
As a matter of fact, went home and I spent about 30 minutes with a water hose and pressure washed it and loaded it on the trailer.
That's when you know you beat the mud game, when you just go over the top and you don't have to wash anything off, and you just go to the next one.
Correct. And as far as, like I said, it's a whole different project. I really enjoy doing it again, and it's kind of stepped up to another level now, you know, where it's safety becomes an issue now. So now I kind of got to watch what I do with it, because for one thing, I'm not going to run it without being safe, for one thing. Sure. But now I wear a fire suit and the helmet and the whole 9 yards. I just want to protect my investment and take care of myself.
Sure, 100%, dude.
So I mean, tomorrow hopefully we'll put on a good show with it, and we'll load it on the trailer.
So you got the race truck, you got a beer cruiser now.
Correct.
And you're all set up, dude. The kids have a place to kind of have a good time and just, you know, make a good family weekend out of it. So
correct. That's what it's all about. You know?
I'm super pumped for you, man. Everything turned out really amazing. You know, Blake did a great job on that, and y'all pulled it all together. So super excited you're here, man. I know that's kind of a little bit of a relief off your shoulders. Is you made it. Everything else came together, and it's been a good weekend so far. So dude, we always appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the sport and the events and
Correct.
and bringing some badass rides to the scene, man. You literally, like you said, you take pride in what you do, and it's not going to show up substandard when you come out, and the quality's always there. So
Appreciate it, and we thank y'all for what y'all do for us.
cool, brother. I appreciate it, man. Well, good. Well, I'll let you go, man. I'm looking forward to the rest of the weekend with you. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
If you love XXX YouTube videos, but you just hate the ads, if you guys want to see the latest XXX YouTube content before all your buddies, if you want the best deals on the products and apparel that you guys love, then you need to be a XXX VIP. Just $19.95 a month, you get everything above, plus you get a distinguished XXX VIP pack. Just visit XXXmotorsports.com, get everything that you need right there.